So this is a really interesting topic, especially for you parents and kids. Dr. Elizabeth Meade with Swedish is here now to talk more about this.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. You know, we're putting the questions to our viewers, but I think it's fair to ask you, since you're a pediatrician, is a messenger app for kids appropriate for kids as young as 6 years old?
I think it's a hard question to answer. It's different for every child and every family. I do think it depends what other technologies you have available for chatting with those same people. So can your child text or can they FaceTime? Are there other ways to do it? But for some people it may make sense.
On the face of it, this sounds fairly safe. It's not just like the kids are, you know, the thing that scares me is that I have a 14-year-old son, and video games now, you can be playing a video game against somebody on the other side of the world,
Yeah.
and they can talk to you if you don't, if you don't have the settings set right.
Right.
So this isn't like that.
It's not like that. It's more of a closed system. It's connected to the parent's Facebook account. So most social media platforms do not let kids under 13 have their own separate account, which is good in our eyes as pediatricians. I think, you know, the positive we can take away from this is that we can really use it as a place to start conversations with our kids at a really young age about how to be safe online and also how to be a good digital citizen and live in that digital world in a way that's respectful and safe and private.
Right. What does that conversation look like when you're talking to your kids and you're installing this app for them?
You know, for younger kids, so this kind of 6 to 11, I think it's really concrete rules more than for teenagers where you can have kind of nuanced conversations about it. But for younger kids, I think it's really important to set rules like don't talk to people that you don't know, so only people who you know and trust. Don't ever give out personal information online. Don't share photos or videos without parents' permission. And also don't download anything without asking parents first.
Wow, that's cool. And what you said about being a teachable moment, this one you can't erase the conversation.
Yeah.
What a great way to teach our kids that if you post something stupid on social media,
Yeah.
you might not get a job when you're an adult.
Kids really think that if you delete it, it's gone. And I think it's our job as parents to teach them that it lives there forever.
Yeah.
And we have to be very responsible. And every person, even little kids, have a digital footprint. And it's up to us to kind of curate that and make it what we want to be for ourselves.
Right. Let's say your child is contacted by an adult or a teen through one of these apps. At what age can a child recognize that this conversation is not appropriate and maybe I should go and tell a parent?
Just like we talk to little kids about inappropriate touching and other things that might make them uncomfortable, I think really early on you can say to kids, if anyone says anything that's mean, if it doesn't feel right, if it just gives you a bad feeling, ask an adult that you trust about it. We really want to instill in our kids, anytime you have something that doesn't make you feel right, that you just ask someone else if it's appropriate or not. And then as they get older, they can really become a better judge of what's okay and what isn't.
Yeah, what I think is really interesting about this is with electronics, it's hard to sort of parent and to oversee. Like if you go into a grocery store, you can give some autonomy to the kid by saying, okay, you go buy that thing, I'll meet you back here at the cash register.
Right.
In the electronic world, it's just such a different beast, isn't it?
It's hard and it's scary, but again, I think that's where things like this help us to talk to our kids younger and younger, because the reality is they're going to be online, they're going to be using services like this. And if they come in prepared and really having a good kind of family instilled sense of what's okay and what isn't okay, they're going to be a much better teenage user of that, right, than just getting kind of thrown into the deep end.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the benefit.
That's the
of
benefit.
something
And
like
I, you know, I think even as pediatricians, we do understand that the benefits of being online really far outweigh the risks, but it's all about teaching our kids, again, how to be safe and how to be responsible.
Wow. Good conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dr. Elizabeth Meade, thank you.
Thanks.